Hello, my name is Rachel Castillo. I am 24 years old and I have been a coder for 2.5 years now. I earned my OTA degree at Kaiser Pembroke Pines in 2020 and I am currently living in Miami. I am moving to Texas at the end of the month, actually. Um, I have worked in the pediatric setting ever since I did graduate. My first job was actually in my last clinical rotation, my peds rotation, and they offered me a job after I was done with my clinical rotation. Uh, and I felt comfortable there, so I accepted. And I knew all the personnel and everybody. After about a year working there, I was offered another job, which not only offered better pay, but it was much closer to home. It was only a 10-minute drive from my house, where the other job was an hour there and an hour back home, sometimes even more with Miami traffic. Um, since I do work peds, most of my continued education has been related to the pediatric field. For example, I've done some sensory integration ones and how that benefits like sensory disorders and stuff like that. So, all of that I have been able to implement it with my patients and into my job. And it does benefit them most of the time. I use a lot of it. Um, what I believe brings me my greatest joy might be my patients. Just being able to see the progression over time and the happiness it brings the parents once they do get better. It's easier to see them progress and just makes me love what I do. This job does come with a lot of challenges. Some being able to know how to deal with, I guess, certain types of patients, especially the more difficult ones in a way, the ones that require a little bit more um, hands-on work and stuff like that. Also, being able to communicate with the parents and allow and help them understand what their child is going through and how they've progressed over time. But to be honest, most sometimes the hardest cases in this job turn out to be your most favorite ones. At least for me, it's so much easier to see the progression, and it makes it that much more rewarding. My preferred areas of practice, I would say probably the same thing with the peds setting, early intervention, sensory integration. There's a reason why I have continued uh to chosen to continue my the role into an OTR. I believe that I can reach my fullest potential as an OTR and just implement more things that I want to do and I'm not able to do as a quota. The next 2 years, I see myself hopefully maybe still in the pediatric field, but hopefully I might uh, experience something else as like hospitals or ortho clinics, specifically hands. In my first adult rotation, I did do it in a hand clinic and I loved it. It has always been an interest for me ever since I did graduate. I feel like my adult field work experience that I gained there made me kind of second guess if I wanted to do peds just because I loved it that much. It is much more work, obviously, but my CA allowed me to be very hands on, especially with like uh, split making and modalities and stuff like that. So that also has a special place in my heart. So that's about it. Thank you.